So now it's time for us to dump our tanks. As we know, our black tanks fill with waste and paper and water, and our gray tanks fill with primarily water from showers, sinks, etc. So when it comes time to dump your tank, there's a process. Before we go there, I wanted to kind of show you something. Using the tank that we've been looking at here, you'll know it's time to dump your tank once it gets to about 2/3 full or 3/4. There's a few ways to know this. One, if you look at your sensor panel and it's working properly, once you hit 2/3 or 3/4, you know it's time to dump your black tank. The other way you can do it is just kind of using your senses. A lot of times people will talk about a tank burping. If you're flushing your toilet, you're holding your pedal down, you'll almost see kind of like a gas, kind of a blub that will come out of it. If you hear that tank blub, that burp, that also means your tank has gotten full enough that it's time to dump the black tank. With the gray tank, it's not quite so cut and dry. This is kind of a problem. You don't want this to be the case. If your gray tank gets too full, it will overflow and it will come out of the low point in your RV. So typically it's going to come out of your shower or your tub. Really, without working sensors, the only way to know that your gray tank is full is because you start to overflow your tank. That's another reason why you want to keep strong, solid working gray tank sensors. Once it gets to 2/3 or 3/4, you're going to go ahead and dump your tank. Or in the toilet, if you see it kind of do that burp, that gas bubble, you'll also know it's time to dump your tanks. So let's go ahead and talk about dumping the tanks. So we'll head back over here to our bay. As we talked about earlier today, we've already set our hose up with the P-trap because of the sewer gas backing up. We have our hose on the support itself, but to dump the tank, we want to make sure the waste is going to come out as cleanly and easily as possible. So before I dump my tank, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the P-trap out of my tank. So that way it's nice and flat, which will just make it that much easier for the waste to evacuate. So now the P-trap is out, there's an order of how you do this stuff. It's real simple. You always dump your black tank first and then your gray tank second. The reason why you dump your black tank first is because you want to get all of the gross stuff, the poop and paper, to dump first. Then you can use your gray water to rinse out all of the stuff that's left behind in the hose. It's very, very important that you never open the black tank and the gray tank at the same time. If you open the two at the same time, you can get cross-contamination where you have black water going into your gray tank, and that is a big problem. So you want to make sure you only have one valve open at a time. So I'm going to start by dumping my black tank. Now that my P-trap is out, all I have to do is open the black tank by pulling the valve. And the waste is going to come out, and it's going to come down into the sewer. Now, while we're kind of letting this finish off here, one quick thing to know, these valves should be sealed when they're closed. So if your black tank or your gray tank valve is closed, you should not see water trickling out. If you have your valves closed and you see water trickling, this is another reason why it's nice to have a clear elbow like this. If water is trickling out, that means that that valve is not fully closing. And if you remember, I talked about how the pyramid plug starts because as waste hits the bottom and there's no liquid inside the tank, it starts to build a pyramid plug. Well, you can imagine if your valve is not closing entirely all the way and that water is just slowly, constantly trickling out, that means you're essentially letting all of the liquid out and having a dry tank. So a bad valve can actually lead to a pyramid plug even when you have the valves closed. So if you're seeing water trickling out here when your valves are closed, that means you need to fix your valves. They're not holding water and you're gonna get a pyramid plug. Now that our black tank is fully emptied out, we're gonna go ahead and empty the gray tank and rinse the black tank at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and close the black tank valve. We're going to go ahead and open the gray tank valve. So now we're dumping our gray tank and we're also getting the added benefit of rinsing out our hose, okay? So same thing here. If you see any kind of trickling when your gray tank valve is closed, it means it's time to fix your gray tank valve. Once it's closed, it should also be sealed. All right, so gray tank valve has been opened. The entire gray tank gray tank has been cleaned out. And now also, because we rinsed out the hose with the gray water, our hose is relatively clean. It's obviously not sanitized, but it should be clean. So now we're gonna go back in and we're going to close our gray tank valve. So we have a black tank that's closed, a gray tank that's closed, and now I can come back over here and recreate the P-trap. There you go. All right, just like that. And we are back to where we were before. Oh, hey, let's take a break real fast to talk about this guy. What is this? This is honestly everything we're talking about here in this video condensed in one quick, easy booklet. You can find it in a download in the description. Just grab a PDF. You can pick it up in RV dealerships all over the country. They have these for free, or you can place an order on our website where you'll get one. And inside this thing is literally everything. It's gonna teach you how to use your fresh water, your gray water tanks, your black water tanks. It's gonna show you how to use your valves properly. It is going to make sure you have no odors, no matter if you're camping in 50 degrees or 110 degrees. It will make sure that your sensors work properly. I'm telling you, literally everything you need to know is inside here. And the best part is, you don't know when you're in some of these campgrounds if you're gonna have internet. So you might not have a chance to watch a video. You do have this if you have it on hand. So grab one of these. Guaranteed it's a lifesaver. This is not just us promoting our stuff. This is literally like nuts and bolts stuff on how to actually use your wastewater systems so that you have no problem. So pick one up. It's a lifesaver. But back to the video. All right, so we've now dumped our black tank. We've dumped our gray tank. We've used our gray water to rinse the hose out. We've talked about how important it is to make sure your valves stay fully shut so you don't get a pyramid plug. Now that our tanks are clean, let's talk about rinsing your tank. Most black tanks come with an onboard tank rinser. Your onboard tank rinser is usually installed at the bottom of the tank. So I'm just gonna say it right here. That's this guy right here. The sewer tank flush is a tank rinser. In most RVs, it's a little nozzle that goes in, and when you turn on the hose, it spins and it sprays like a sprinkler inside there to clean and rinse the tank. And in your mind, you might think it's really doing a solid job of rinsing that tank. I can tell you this, we have clear holding tanks, and when we run these rinsers, they don't really do a very good job of cleaning the whole tank the way you think they do. First and foremost, just because it sounds like that rinser is working really well, you hear that whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. When you can see inside a tank, what you would find is it's really cleaning about that portion, this little bit, very well, but it's missing all of this. What does that mean? Should I go out and buy a tank wand? Should I buy a rinsing wand? No. This is one of the tools that's a waste of money. Earlier we were talking about tools you don't need to buy. Well, let's just briefly talk about those. There are wands that you can stick down the toilet to help rinse. You don't need them. There are devices that are made to go on the outside and to shoot water in a reverse way back up into the black tank. Trust me, every time we've tested them, the amount of pressure that actually makes it into the RV, not doing anything. All of these products kind of seem like they're working if you're using them, because as you watch your clear elbow, you'll oftentimes see waste coming out and you think to yourself, it's doing a good job. But the reality is, rinsing your tank is actually very, very simple, and it should cost you next to nothing because you don't need any tools. And here's what you're going to do. When you look at your instruction manual, in fact, look right here. Do not use the tank flush valves unless the full way termination valve is in the open position. What they're saying there is, do not run this sewer flush without opening this black tank valve. The reason for that is because as you're running that rinser, you run the risk, if that black tank valve is closed, of filling your tank with water and overflowing your toilet into the RV. Nobody wants that. Here's the honest truth, and I say this with caution, with me saying, be sure you do this right, but here's the deal. We actually recommend you keep your black tank valve closed, that you turn on the hose, and that you use the tank flush as a way to fill your tank. We have seen this time and time again in our clear holding tanks in our facility. We've tested wands, we've tested reverse jets, we've tested the rinsers. Nothing cleans a black tank and rinses it like simply filling it to the top and then opening that valve. When you fill the tank with clean water all the way to the top and open that valve, it doesn't just pour out. What ends up happening is the water almost does this tidal wave where it goes like this. You open the valve and it goes gush, 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 as it empties its way out. And as I mentioned earlier, you have these ledges. Keep this in mind. If you're dumping your tank at 2/3 or 3/4, you have water at this level. When you're using your bathroom, waste is popping up onto those ledges all the time, but you're dumping your tank before it even gets to those ledges, which means you have waste stuck up on these ledges. It's important that you rinse your tank in a way that it gets up and over those ledges to clean everything. And by filling your tank to the top and emptying it, and if you need to, repeat that process, I can tell you it's the easiest way, most effective way to rinse your tank. So the long and the short of it is, skip the tools. You don't need anything fancy to rinse your tank. The best process is just to fill your tank up and empty it. That being said, if you have the tools, you don't need to throw them away. Use them, but just use them as a way to fill the tank. That's going to be your best process. So real fast, how do I do this without overflowing my black tank? Well, there's a couple ways you can do it. One, it's as simple as turning the sewer flush on and just having somebody inside there keep an eye on it. And when it starts to get full, they just tell you you're almost full, turn it off. Two, another option is, and this is what a lot of people do, they install a flow meter. And that flow meter goes right here. So when this water is turned on, they can see the number of gallons that's going inside their tank. By doing it that way, you know if your tank is 37 gallons, well, once you've hit about 35, go ahead and turn off the tank rinser. Your tank is full. The third option is, and this is one I actually use a lot in my RV because it doesn't take that long and it's foolproof, you fill your tank by the foot pedal inside. So you just walk inside and you just hold down that foot pedal and you just stand there and just wait until you see that water level start to back up in the RV. I know it seems like this might take a long time, but it actually goes pretty fast. You can fill it up in not long. Three options. Either way, the goal is fill your tank using your tank rinser or your foot pedal and get that tank full and then just pull the valve to dump it. So let's go ahead and do it one time here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the tank rinser. So now it's running over here. As we can see, our black tank valve is closed. So I'm gonna go inside and talk to my partner inside so that they can let us know once this tank is full. And then they're gonna notify me and I'm gonna turn it off once it's all full, and then we'll go ahead and rinse this tank. I'll see you in just a few minutes. All right, so we've run our tank rinser for a little while here. My partner inside has let me know that we are pretty much at capacity. They were able to see the water starting to back up into the toilet, which means that tank is full. Okay, so now that we know we have a black tank that's full, we're just gonna simply follow that process again to rinse it. I'm gonna come down in here, I'm gonna take my P-trap out. And I'm going to open the black tank. And we're gonna run more water through. And guys, it's honestly as simple as that. Simply filling your black tank to the top with water and running it one more time is going to be the easiest, most effective way to rinse your black tank. And you can skip buying all of the tools that the manufacturers tell you you need to buy. You don't need them. You just rinse your tank the most effective way you possibly could. So that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of put it all back together so that we can start using our tank as we were before. And we're going to recreate this process again next time we need to dump our tanks. I'll go ahead and get this set back up and then we'll head into the next section. But I hope this helped. I hope that you guys helped understand kind of the unnecessary elements of the tools, how rinsing can be done free with just the water at the campground, and how even though it says you shouldn't keep that black tank valve closed, if you're smart about it and you make sure you don't overflow your toilet, dumping your tank and rinsing your tank with this process, super easy, super clean. So let's talk really quickly about the right time to dump. How do you know when it's time to dump your black tank or your gray tank? Well, as we've mentioned several times, you want to dump your tank at 2/3 or 3/4 full. And you know because you can see your sensors or you just know your rhythm. But why is it important that you get to that level? Well, you want to make sure you get enough water so that when you open the valve, it has enough pressure because of the weight of that volume of liquid and waste to really push everything down and out. If you only have a few gallons inside the tank, you're just going to get kind of this trickle out. You won't get that good, hard dump, okay? So it is important that you try to get good amounts of water inside your tank before you dump it. Some people will even make sure that they just fill their tank completely before they dump it. They're at 1/3 full or half full. Well, they want to dump their tank, but they're not all the way full, so they'll go inside and hold their foot pedal down to make sure they fill the tank the rest of the way before they dump it. that's one thing you could do. Also keep in mind, this is why it's important that you rinse every time you dump your tank whenever possible. And I know that sounds like a lot, but it's easy to do. All you're doing is filling your tank with water and dumping your tank. You have water at the campground, so just get into the habit of dumping and rinsing after every dump, because if you didn't have enough pressure to move all of the waste out of your black tank, following it up with a rinsing process where you fill your tank to the top, that rinse process is gonna make sure that it gets all the stuff out. Just make sure you rinse after every time you dump as a best practice, and if you can't, try not to go more than 2 or 3 times in between rinses. So I walked you through the whole process of how to dump your tanks while you're at a campground, but there's a lot of you who want to dry camp or boondock. Not a whole lot changes there. As we mentioned earlier, you're holding all of your waste in your tanks. When you're on hookups, you might have your gray tank valve open, you might have your gray tank valve closed. But when you're boondocking, you're gonna always have your gray tank valve closed. So that means both tanks are closed. Nothing changes. What you saw me here do is basically what you're going to do after you're done dry camping. It's just gonna be slightly different. So all that's gonna happen is you're gonna load up your campsite and you're gonna head to a dump station. And once you get to the dump site, most of them are gonna charge you some fee, you pay the fee, and then you can go and dump your black tank, you can dump your gray tank. Many of them often have a hose to be able to plug in and rinse your tank as well. It's all basically what we talked about here. The only factor that's a little different is sometimes there's a little bit of pressure when you're at a dump site because there might be a line of people behind you who are trying to use the same dump station. In that scenario, you might not have as much time to do that whole process of filling your black tank and rinsing the same way that we talked about. That's okay. Just know that you can still run your tank rinser. You can try to be a little quicker about it. It may not get as deep of a clean, but just try to get it on the next time. If the dump site isn't quite so full, that dump station doesn't have a backup, then you have some more time to kind of fully rinse that black tank. But really the process is pretty much the same if you're at hookups or at a dump station. Well, I hope that video helped you. And as you probably know, this shorter video is part of a longer series where we talk about all the wastewater aspects in your RV. So head on over and watch the rest of that video if you're interested in learning more about your gray tanks, your freshwater tanks. But until then, thanks for watching. I'm Ricky from Unique Camping and Marine. Happy camping.